Hey guys, what is up? Zero here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Salvation Remake. In the last episode, the reset fully went through, and Monica seems to be back to normal after a bit. It didn't last too long for her, luckily. We didn't have to deal with like a whole ass amnesia Monica arc. It lasted like a day or two, as far as I think, pretty sure, and she's better. She's fine, you know. Got no problems now. She's all right. She's good. She's good. And to celebrate, essentially, she's like, let's do our own little festival. And I guess, I don't know if we're gonna get other students. It seems like it's just gonna be like a celebration type thing with like, you know, people at the club. Then we confess to Sayori. I totally forgot. Can you guys tell that I just don't? I already forgot about the Sayori confession part. I'm totally talking about Monica. But yeah, we confessed to Sayori, and you know, that part was kind of funny in the sense that they were like technically already together for a while. So MC was just like, "Hey, was that easy?" I was just like, yeah, like they just kind of just made it official. And yeah, I think now we're on the day of the festival quotations.
I walk out of my room and stretch, letting out a hearty yawn. Wow, I haven't slept that well in ages.
You just slept well like yesterday. It was at Sayori's house. Don't you lie to me. We're starting off this video with lies.
Heck, every single night I've practically slept like a baby.
Okay, so yeah, you better say that.
No, it could be this cold weather helping out with that. Why am I talking to myself? I shake my head as I walk over to my kitchen to prepare some coffee. Sarah and I did a little bit of shopping the other day, so I'm all stocked up and ready to go. Now, how do you do this again?
You're still talking to yourself. Also, Monica, there's no need to question that. Everybody else in this fucking game does it.
My apparent memory loss has affected the way I do things, but generally I'm able to get by without much help. After been scrambling around with my coffee maker, I managed to get it going. Ah, nothing like the smell of coffee on a Sunday. Quit talking to yourself.
Monica, it's fine. Just embrace it. You're gonna keep doing it. We have to make the visual novel more interesting.
After a few moments, my coffee's ready. I blow a little before taking a sip. Perfect. I sit down on my couch and try my best to relax. My mind somehow finds its way back to Sayori, though. I pull out my phone and open up Sayori and I's messages.
Oh my god, the leak. Oh my god, I can scroll through everything. Do we have any of their old messages in here? We do. Hold on. Hello. I wanted to ask, are club meetings a daily thing? Not sure. What do you think? I think we do it like that. It could be nice to have it to be an after-school hangout, too. Sounds fun. Happy Monday, Monica. Meeting today? Yeah, remember, we need to get Natsuki to join next. Who? Never mind. Who? Never mind. Did she just allow... okay, maybe Sayori might be a little too stupid. So she just didn't remember the time when Monica just immediately said the name of the person who was gonna join next. Man, what a coincidence. I was not on 9/11.
Hey, Monica, I wanted to ask if I could invite one of my friends to join the club. Sure, let me guess. It's your childhood friend you told me about? It is. He's a bit hard to convince, but he promised me he'd join the club this year, so I think it's a wonderful idea. Happy Sunday, Sayori. Let's go over some details of the festival real quick. Natsuki's cupcakes will probably be the main draw, so we'll probably combine them with pamphlets so they're hard to ignore. Once people get settled, I'll give a speech on what our club's about. Then we do our poem presentations. Sound good? Sure. Seem a little down, Sayori. Everything alright? I'm fine. Alright, you need to talk. I'm always here for you. Hey, Sayori. Hope you're doing okay. Wanted to ask if I can maybe go over and talk things out? Sure, I don't mind. Great, I'll see you then. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's October. I don't know what day it is today in this mod. Is it October? It was snowing, so I don't think so.
Looking at our previous conversations, nothing seems too out of the ordinary. When does she be able to hang out today?
Okay, well, it's not October. Okay, yeah.
I guess it can't hurt to ask.
Okay, it's November. Okay. I figured. Alright, guys. I know now.
Morning, Sao. Good morning. I wanted to know if you'd be up to hanging out tonight. Oh my gosh, I have something crazy to tell you about. Is it about your little crush? Wow, you know me so well. I'll be there as soon as I can. Well, that was easier than I thought. Let us sigh of relief, take another sip of coffee. Oh, is today not the festival day? Oh, I misread that. Alright, so then we probably have 2 days until the mod ends. Alright, never mind then. I was like, I think today's Sunday. I hate how hazy a lot of my memories still are. Maybe I should have just stayed at the hospital. What? I don't know if that would help your memories. But no, I would have had a chance to reconnect with Sayori if I did. Exactly. You're fine, Monica. You're doing great. Motivating myself is a proper excuse for talking to myself, right? All right, Monica, you gotta stop mentioning you talking to yourself and then proceed to continue to do it. It's a visual novel thing. It doesn't have to be mentioned that much. It's okay. If our MC does it and he's not considered crazy, it's fine. After about 45 minutes go by, I hear a light knock on the door. I get up from my couch and call out, "It's open. You may come in." A blast of cold air rushes into my house, instantly making me shiver. Get inside, quickly. Sorry, I forgot that you're probably nice and cozy in here. It sure is cold, though. Indeed. Would you like some coffee? Sure, cream and sugar, please. Aaron and I walk over to my kitchen and prepare the coffee maker once again. How was the walk over here? You didn't freeze up, did you? It was pretty cold, but I didn't mind. I kept myself warm thinking about Zero. Oh, whoa, what happened between you two? Must have been pretty powerful stuff if it kept you warm. He finally asked me out. Oh, finally. I've been pushing him to do that for a few weeks now. How do you feel? Well, if I'm being honest about my feelings, it feels like a dream come true. There's still the rain clouds trying to keep me from fully embracing it, but I'll manage. That's understandable. Coffee machine stops whirring and pouring fresh coffee. I grab the pot and pour some out into a mug. How much sugar do you want? As much as you think would make it sweet. I don't really like bitter coffee. No problem. I do as she says and pour a decent amount of sugar and cream in her coffee. Here you are, fresh from the pot. Thank you. Sarah immediately takes a sip. Hot, hot, hot! Why'd I always forget to blow? I laugh out loud and begin to fan the coffee a bit. It was good though. You made it just right. Big fan of sweets, huh? Duh! Didn't you already know? Oh, I guess that must have been another thing you forgot. Maybe. But I'm getting better. I remembered our picnic and our mall trip not too long ago, so things are slowly coming back to me now. That's great. I'm glad to hear that.
Monica doesn't remember the other things a part of those trips. She just remembers the turmoil that was going inside of her head during those trips. But she remembers them, and that's the good part. I do think the length is a matter of personal preference, but there are some scenes that definitely could have used some cuts. It does. I mean, obviously, every single one of these opinions of mine, it could definitely be personal preference, of course. I personally think, because, like I said, I think some people agreed last episode. I think it was last stream, whatever. I streamed these. Some people were saying they agreed that they felt like the mod should have potentially ended around. At least, mod should have started quicking things up around the time Monica deletes, resets her memory. And obviously, it's like, I don't see everyone agreeing on this opinion. So at the end of the day, everything's going to be down to how that person personally feels about certain things, and vice versa. Hell, to some people, they probably think the mod should add 5 extra days. So, that's opinions exist. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Sarah and I make our way back to the living room and sit down on the couch. There's something I did want to ask you about. I'm just not sure if you remember what you meant by it. Well, I can't say for certain. Depends on what it is. Well, it was back in the club, before you fainted. You mentioned something about this world not being what I think it is or something. Did I say that? I'm trying my best to think back to that day, but it's the day I've struggled the most in remembering. Sorry, I can't really say I know what I could have meant. World, not what you think it is. Huh. Strange.
I thought so too. But I figured they were just really confused and scared at the time. You said a lot of things about disappearing and this world forgetting about you. Jeez, I'm sure that must have been scary. Sorry for putting that on you. No, it's okay. I'm glad you didn't go through that alone. I'm glad I was able to be there for you. I'm glad you were there for me too.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I think I mentioned this before. Where I'm like, yeah, see, that's kind of my main issue. I think this mod's kind of highlighting my main issue when certain mods, to like fix Monica's problem of awareness, they just kind of remove it. Is that you kind of get now, you just get this thing of Monica being like, huh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, she's just blissfully unaware now. And it's like, in a way, sure, it could be seen as happy, but I don't know. Part of me feels like it could be better if she was still aware, and as Sayori says, I'm glad I was able to be there for you. Like, Sayori actually being there for her, I think, could actually be a good sort of way to do that, you know? Like, Monica being aware of the world around them, but still being able to live through it. That's something the original Salvation did, actually. And that I kind of liked that the original Salvation did. Was that Monica was still aware, but she learned how to live with that and live with her friends. You know? I don't know. I never liked the idea that just stripping her of everything of that is the right answer. Stripping, pause, hold on. You know what I meant by that.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Han knows you didn't have to, especially after things I've said to you. Hey, it's okay. I promise. Wow, you really are good at being convincing with just your words. It's the coffee. Yeah. You fall silent for a little bit. I still feel horrible. I know I did wrong by you, and I feel that my memory loss might take away from the sincerity of my apologies.
Yeah, it kind of does. I'm glad Monica's aware.
It's okay. I don't know if you remember, but you already apologized to me. You're right. I do remember doing that somewhat. That's what I mean. Being able to remember things must make any apology of mine feel insincere, you know? It's not your fault, though. You were sincere before your brain got all messy, and you're still sincere now. I don't think it makes a difference. Gosh, you're way too nice, you know that? Only for my besties. Sari places her cup down on a nearby table and wraps her arms around me. Thanks. Thanks for being you. I'm trying my best. That does remind me, though. I've always wanted to talk to you about something kind of serious. Oh, of course, Sayori. What's on your mind? Well, I don't want to make it seem like it's a super big deal or anything. It's just something I've thought about, you know? It's alright. If it bothers you, then it's serious. Sure. Well, it's actually kind of silly now that I'm going to say it out loud, but... You think I only fell in love with Zero because he saved my life?
Ooh, Florence Nightingale syndrome.
Sayori's sincerity nearly makes me gasp, but I hold it together. Well, I should first ask, how do you feel about it? I'm not too sure. I guess I'm trying to remind myself how I felt before my world turned upside down, you know? I understand. I remember... I think you told me about him when you wanted to invite him over. The way you acted around him was different. I could tell there was something going on there. That's a little embarrassing.
Actually, I just realized, wait a minute. I just realized, it's like, it took me a bit to sit here and realize who we were talking to about this. Where it was like, you think I only fell in love with him because he saved my life? And I was like, ooh, that's an interesting thought. And then I sat here and I was like, wait a minute, no, she liked him before. Why is Sayori thinking this? Maybe she meant like,
maybe she's like,
maybe she means like fall in love with him. Yeah, maybe. Right? Maybe. Wait. But she was already in love with it. She was gonna kill herself because she loved him though. And he didn't save her life anymore after that.
I wasn't here for the early parts of this month.
I'm talking about like actual DDLC.
Oh,
because like I
she
said,
was gonna kill herself because
she loved him.
Because she loved, yeah.
So I was like, oh wait, we're talking about Sayori here. I mean, at least Monica's here to kind of set her straight and be like, what? No.
It's a little embarrassing. But it all sounds just like me. I think it's easy to get caught up in thoughts like that, though. What happened was a big shock to all of us. Yeah. I found myself looking up all these sorts of things about love, and I came across the Nightingale effect. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, I sometimes think about what would have happened if I wasn't depressed or if I didn't try to take my own life. I hear you. But I surely feel there's more than that, no? I do. Whenever I'm with him, I feel all fuzzy inside.
Sorry.
And I know I felt that way before all this, too. Wait, what? Oh, she was coughing. I was like, why'd she say sorry? I guess I'm still somewhat afraid that he's only with me because of what I did, you know? I get you. I think it's a valid concern to have. You shouldn't feel bad for feeling that way. Maybe we can give him a little pep talk. Gotta make sure he isn't going to break your heart. That sounds funny. Okay, so now, okay, she's saying that I'm still afraid that he's only... Yeah, that's an actual reasonable fear. Because, hold on. Hold on. I'm confused. Because she's saying... I try to remember. So she's saying do you think I only fell in love with Zero because he saved my life? Okay, no. So I'm not getting this confused. She's saying she was afraid that she only fell in love with him because he saved her life. But then her worries turn into the fact of saying, I feel like he's only with me because of what I did. That is a reasonable fear for her to have, which I think she's been having the entire mod, to be fair. But I mean, she hasn't been really able to tell Monica this, so... So it's like, as Monica was kind of all over the place the entire mod. So yeah, no, yeah, that's a reasonable fear to have. Because I heard the other one, I was like, what? Kind of weird. Kind of strange. The funny part about that is you also have the other side, the idea that she'll never truly be free of her burden. So again, this also feels like a matter of personal preference. So we went for a character, which I think is kind of neat, to be honest. But yeah, obviously, yeah, it definitely matters. I feel like I am probably among the few who have that that ideal on Monica, because I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the idea of Monica having her memory erased about what she did. I'm personally of the idea that I think it's a better atonement if she learns to live with it. And again, other people might disagree, and they feel as if there's no way Monica can live with herself after doing what she did. But I feel like you can't fully atone for what you did unless you remember what you did, you know? It's like, that's what I feel, you know? I feel like the fact of her remembering it is what would make her atonement so much better. But, I don't know. I haven't heard a lot of other people say that, so I was like, I'm fine with being among the minority that feel this way. That's just how I feel. I do see the value of the other side. That's what OG Salve is there for. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. That's why I'm like, that's why I kind of like what OG Salvation did that with. Nonetheless, even as this mod's biggest glazer, your point is definitely valid. I mean, being this mod's glazer is fine. This is a good mod. That sounds funny. Don't go too crazy on him now, though. I don't want you chasing him for something whenever he does something silly. I'm only half joking. I wouldn't do that. Not yet, at least. You dork. But back to what you were talking about. I feel like this is one of those things that can slowly fix itself over time. As your relationship progresses, you know? Yeah, I get you. What do you say we go and surprise him, Hey, what are you planning, Monica? Don't scare him away. I just want to remind him who we'd be dealing with if he ever broke your heart. That sounds fun. Let's do it. As Sarah and I get ready to head outside, I can't help but smile to myself. The feeling that I've lost something. The feeling that I'm not who I used to be. Is beginning to fade. As I place my scarred hands on my doorknob, I get a somewhat vague feeling of deja vu. I'm here. Did you say something? Oh, nothing. Let's get going. Stretch out my back and let out an ungodly noise. Alright, that's those assignments done. Now to tackle some chores. He does not do anything interesting in this month. This man's pastime is homework and chores. I mean, this is I mean, it's a life. It's a living. Look over my living room and kitchen and notice everything is neat and in order. So much. There goes his daily plans. All right, chores done. Put myself on the couch and let out a satisfied sigh. Wonder what Sayori's up to. Oh, Jesse, there we go. That's his other plan. That's also what he does. If he can't do homework or chores, he's got to think about Sayori.
said she was going to spend more time with Monica, and I didn't want to interfere with that. It actually reminds me, I should work on my poem. We're getting up, though. I hear a knock on my door. Coming! I peek through the peephole and see Sayori standing at my front door. Gets close to it and makes a funny face.
Zero, I'm turning into an ice pop out here. Let me in.
I like ice pops, though.
Eh.
Sayori whines as I open the door. That's not Sayori. Why'd the music stop? Why did the music stop so abruptly?
What?
It's scary. It was just Monica just staring at us. Hey, Monica. How'd you get here?
Aw, that didn't scare you?
Oh, right. I was trying to spook him. Was it supposed to?
It was her idea anyway, not mine. No, it was most definitely yours. Don't expose me.
Well, it's nice to see you both anyway. When did you decide to come to my place?
Just a bit bored. Want to see what you're up to? Before we get to that, though, may I borrow your bathroom?
Sure, go ahead. Sarah walks off to my bathroom to do her business, leaving me alone with Monica. What? Why are you giving me that look?
You and Sayori, huh? You two are getting quite cozy with each other.
Cozy? What do you mean?
I've got eyes like a hawk.
I genuinely don't know what you're talking about. Truth is, I do. I just don't know if Sayori wants everyone to know yet. Unless... Did Sayori mention anything? Why is he acting like they weren't completely obvious to the rest of the club? I do know. I just don't know if Sayori wants everyone to know. Everyone knows! It's very obvious. Like, what? Like, who's everyone else in this situation? I hope it ain't the other club members. It should be John from down the street. I think he's the only guy who doesn't know.
She told me everything already.
Ah, jeez. I don't know if Sayori wanted to keep it a secret or not.
You're not ashamed of Sayori or anything, are you?
Of course not. It just, you know.
I'm just teasing you. You both are adorable together. I'm glad to see it come to fruition.
Thanks. I'm pretty happy about it, too. Monica's expression shifts again.
I'm going to warn you now, though, Zero. If I ever find out you broke Sayori's heart, I'll personally make you regret it.
Geez, she actually can be pretty scary when she wants to be. I mean, she's joking, of course. Right? I wouldn't even think of it.
I'm only kidding. Or am I?
Alright, I get it. I'll make sure to take care of her. At least now I know not to get on your bad side.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. So, have you guys kissed yet?
Jeez, you just asked us a few days ago.
I can't help it. I love the gossip.
Well, if you absolutely must know... No, we haven't.
You asked her out, became a couple, and you haven't kissed her yet?
Hey, keep your voice down, will you? Jeez. You're waiting for the right moment. Really understand.
Admittedly, I may have let my hopeless romantic side leak out a little bit there. Sorry.
Oh yeah, he's got to wait for the right moment, you know? Just like him and Natsuki had the right moment when they almost kissed.
I think it's good that you two are just waiting for that right moment. It also suits Sayori. It's definitely her style.
Well, aren't you a bit of a perfectionist? Don't you also want the same thing?
A woman can only dream, I guess. Achoo! Alright, which one of you silly heads were talking about me again? Caught me again. I can't help it. You two are way too cute together. Aw, thanks, Monica.
After a few moments, Sayori and Monica head on home. Sayori must sneeze a lot considering how much MC's thinking about her constantly. That's like all on his mind. It's finally time to tackle my latest poem. I grab a pencil and a few sheets of paper and get ready to write. Oh. No, that was it? Wow, really? See, I don't know. Like, in my personal opinion, I feel like the days should have been kind of going as fast as, like, that one, you know? After Monica's reset. I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't have been as long as they were previously. I feel like the days should have been kind of going as quick as that. Anyway, yeah, welcome to the final day. Dawn of the final day. 24 hours remains. I knew the final day was going to be the festival of some sort. That's why I was confused when I was like, wait, this isn't the final? This isn't the festival day? I was like, yeah, I knew it would be the festival quotations. Ugh. Monday. Slowly rise up from my bed and rub my eyes before stopping my alarm. Also, I feel like I didn't mention it, so I was probably mentioning it now before I forget. Cute scene. So that was a cute scene. I like Monica like coming over and, you know, them talking and hanging out with them for a bit. I like the cute coat sprite. The coat was really cute for Monica. That was a cute little coat. You know, wanted to make sure that was made aware. So I rise up from my bed and rub my eyes before stopping my alarm. Spent quite a bit of time working on that poem of mine. I just wanted to be the best I could make it. Though I think I ended up writing a love poem. Tried to channel all the new feelings that came with confessing to Sayori, and I just ended up writing a glorified love letter. Oh well, maybe nobody will notice. They're gonna notice. Which reminds me, the new festival Monica planned is also today. I've still been left in the dark about most of the details, but I'm sure I'll find out soon enough. Take a peek out my window and notice that all of the snow from this past weekend has melted away. Kind of sad, but I'm sure there'll be plenty more where that came from in the coming days. Good morning. Oh, I have to click. I keep forgetting I have to click send on this. Sometimes the technology is too high tech. The code is too high tech.
Morning. You ready for the festival today?
I think so. I wrote a poem yesterday. I think it came out pretty good.
Nice. I wrote mine yesterday too. I think I'm proud of it, but I'm not so sure yet.
I'm sure it turned out well. You've always been an excellent poem writer. See you outside. Rise up out of bed and get ready for another week of school. As soon as I'm out my door, we're waiting in front of it. Oh, you're up way earlier than normal. Huh.
Yep, I'm really excited for today. I can't wait to see what everyone thinks of my master plan.
Wasn't it Monica's plan?
Give me some credit. I'm the vice president, you know.
Right. Let's get going then. Oh, look who it is. Morning, guys. What are you two doing here? Who are we talking about? Are we talking about Yuri or Natsuki? We said look who it is. So, you know, who's the single person? We're talking about Natsuki, right? Nobody likes Yuri. Get Yuri out of here, am I right, fellas? Yeah, all of chat totally agrees with me. YouTube, it's okay. You can't see chat, so I'll just, you know, I'll say what it is. All of chat is collectively agreeing that they don't want Yuri here.
I can see the chat right now, and the chat is saying, "What? You're wrong."
No, they're not.
I'm
No,
sad.
they're not.
Faces,
No,
and
they're not saying
now they're
that.
getting angry.
They're not
now
saying.
they're actually getting angry.
No, they're not saying that. They're saying, yeah, Yuri who? Yeah, Yuri's the least favorite.
They're saying,
Yeah.
How dare you? Our voices will be heard.
They're not saying any of these things. Monica's making this up now. Shenanigans. YouTube won't know which one's true.
They're very upset.
There's no evidence. The revolution will not be televised. What are you two doing out here?
Well, we wanted to ask you guys any details about Monica's planning today. She told me to bake some goodies for everyone, but to keep it a surprise.
You just told us.
I just think it's silly that I can't know more details about it. Well, it's her recreation of the festival. There can't be anything too surprising about it. But maybe Sayori has some details to share. I promised Monica I'd keep it a surprise too. Ha! Traitor. But I'd expect nothing less from our vice president. Sorry, guys. You'll find out soon enough. It should be a fun time. I guarantee it.
She brought a bouncy house?
Well, I'm looking forward to it then. I made sure my poem was extra special for the occasion. Mine too. You guys will be impressed, I'm sure.
Natsuki swoops closer to me and whispers in my ear.
Did you tell her?
Yeah, I did. Sayori, you want to tell them?
Oh yeah, big news! Zero and I are dating now! About time. Congratulations, you two. I've been rooting for you guys from the very start.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for the encouragement the other day, too. Also, the Yuri, that is not true. Actually, wait. No, yeah, wait, we went down Natsuki route in this mod? Okay, then yeah, maybe it might be true. Because I say a base game, according to this game's lore, we went down Natsuki route, so... I don't know. I mean, Yuri was still throwing little shades at us in the base game, even if you don't go down her route. Does Yuri do any jealousy type deals? I don't remember. I don't know. Doesn't matter too much. And now I'm just curious about that. I just remember her like doing the similar DDLC thing where she's like, I don't want to read your poem. You didn't make it for me. That's like, you could definitely interpret that as her not liking you. Maybe she just feels like she's a burden. So yeah.
You need an encouragement? That's so cute, Zero.
Ah, jeez. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that. You silly. All of the girls walk into their respective classes, and I head over to my own. I turn around the corner and... Oh, hey!
Hey, Zero. Good morning. Off to class?
Not sure where else I'll be going. I'm gonna be honest, I actually legitimately thought this was gonna be another character. I legitimately thought he was gonna say hey to someone else until I realized there is no other characters in this mod. Besides, like, Sayori's mom. That's where I was like, who the hell else was it supposed to be? Like, I don't know why I sat here and thought that was gonna be someone else. Suddenly Jim shows up. Oh my god, hey Bob. Oh my god. Guys, fucking Hanako. Not sure where else I'd be going.
Right. Good thing I ran into you, though. Terry would just not stop talking about you yesterday.
You know, I feel like there are some things the boyfriend should not know.
Hey, like I said yesterday, I just can't help it. It's really sweet to see.
I smile and scratch my head. I guess so. I'm assuming it was all good things, right? About what she talked about and stuff?
Of course, she's really happy about it. It's wonderful to see her so genuinely happy these days. I think I have to thank you for that.
Ah, you have a lot to do with it too.
What? Really?
Yeah, after you guys finished hanging out yesterday, she told me she was really happy to see just how much you've improved lately. She's happy that you're feeling better from whatever it was you were sick from.
Wow, I don't really know what to say. But that makes me really happy to hear. More than you could ever know.
I understand. Tori's a pretty hard person to let go of. She'd probably find a way to be friends with her own bully if she had one.
There's no way that happened.
Why's that?
I'd find some way to expel that bully before she even gets a chance to befriend them. As president of a club, I've made a few powerful connections in school faculty. They'd be gone the moment they tried to mess with Sayori.
And it's hard to tell if she's joking or not. I can see the school headline now. Club president becomes a fearsome dictator and squashes anybody who tries to get in her way.
Maybe if I was still in the debate club, sure. I should get going now and finish up the festival preparations. It was nice talking to you, Zero.
Oh? You need any help? I could use an excuse to skip class.
Well, we can't have that now, can we? Besides, it's a surprise after all. I'll see you then.
Monica walks off with a cheeky smile on her face. Guess I have no choice but to wait. Hell yeah, corruption. Woo! Also, I do like the funny headline that's a little bit of a joke towards the actual base game. The club president becomes dictator and squashes anybody who gets in her way. Oh man, I love DDLC. The rest of the day passes uneventfully, although it did seem to drag on due to how excited I am for whatever Monica has planned for us. She tells us to meet in the front of the music room and to enter the room at the same time our club meeting usually starts. Terry's also with her, probably to help her set up some last-minute additions. Okay, it's nearly time.
I'm really excited.
Same. It's really nice that Monica decided to throw another festival to make up for the last one. Speaking of, didn't you say you baked some goodies for today? Yeah, I gave them to Sayori, though. Said she's going to have them set up for us.
Same goes for some scented candles and tea that Monica asked me to bring.
Could be a joint effort, then. And that's the time. Let's head in, yeah? Whoa!
Surprise! Welcome to the Literature Club Festival Novelle?
Whatever.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Talk about the understatement of the century.
This is freaking amazing.
No kidding. This is awesome.
Thank you all. Monica and I worked really hard to set this place up right. I chose the music room because this place has become a very special place to me over the last few months. I figured I should share that with all of you now. How sweet.
Look around the room. There are a few desks in the back holding some pretty funny shaped cookies, some candles, and some tea which is already being warmed up. Huh, these cookies have everyone's faces.
Let me see.
Harry walks over and sees a funny version of her face plastered onto a cookie.
Whose idea was this?
That would be Monica's idea. Not sure why she wanted me to do that, but I like the idea, so I went with it.
Do you like them? I figured it would be pretty funny.
They're perfect. I like them a lot. So what's in store for us, Monica?
Well, as you can see, I've got the mic and speaker set up for our poem jam. We'll all take turns presenting our poems to each other, and then we can finish off by just hanging out and having cookies and tea. I know the festival's original idea was to try and recruit more members, but I figured this could just be a way to celebrate the literature club as a whole. It sounds perfect, Monica. I'm proud of you. Thanks, Sayori. Now, who would like to present their poem first? I'll go first. Great, let me get everything set up first.
Oh, look, they got little... I actually I wasn't able to appreciate the background fully. I think this is still just the music room, is it not? I mean, I noticed, I don't know how much new stuff I can actually point out. How much do I recognize the music room background? I know the stuff on the board is new. I think that streamer is new. I don't remember the streamer being there. I know obviously the thing on the board is also new back there. I want to say the colored thing, the colored little drape on the door is new. It looks cute. I like it. I don't actually look at the music background that often now that I think about it. I have not looked at the music room background on how long. I think the streamers up on the right are new for sure. Because there wasn't, if I recall correctly, there was not that much stuff that was supposed to indicate this is used by the literature club. So anything specifically literature club-esque is, you know, is probably new. So like, you know, like the little streamers of all that. I think that's it, right? I think. Yeah, I think it's just that. Pronounced Novu. Okay, well, too late now. I'm not French. Yeah, it's cute though. It's cute. It's a cute little thing. I like it. I like that it's something where it's like, it's reasonable to see that Monica set this up, right? Like, it's not overly decorated to where you're like, how the fuck would Monica set this up in like an afternoon? Like, it's just like streamers on the ceiling, little cute writing on the board, and like, you know, it's like, it's not much, and I think that's what makes it more realistic and cute, is that, yeah, it's like, this seems like something realistically Monica would be able to set up, right? Just on her own. It's nice. I like it. Cute. Monica sets up the microphone and turns on the loudspeakers. Oh boy, this is really like an actual poem presentation, huh?
Yeah, even though it's not much different from what we've done before. Having a microphone to project our voices makes it feel even cooler.
No arguments there. Monica finishes setting up the stage and calls Natsuki over. Practically prances onto the stage, holding her poem tightly.
Whew, okay. Hello! Hello, testing at 1, 2, 3. I've always wanted to do that. Okay, here goes. Home. In House of Shadows, I once dwelled, crushed by the weight of words that fell. His voice, booming like a thunderstorm, each word ripping pages away from me. I sought a way to make the pain go away. In the world of darkness, I see a beach, its gentle sands offering a warm embrace. My refuge into light, ink-stained pages. My pen, my heart's release. My writing, not great. My best is still my best. With every verse, I find inner peace. Friends who listen without concern. I learn to trust myself. Each caring word feeling like a gentle breeze. In this place, I find my beach. Through magical words, I found my voice. My pen, the expression express. My heart, freed from fear. My beach, my own escape. Because you are all my world. I'm home.
Oh, that's cute. That is one thing I think I've mentioned. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but that is one thing. I do really like the poems in this mod. They are very good. Not to get out a long, but seemingly satisfied sigh. I'll give her a loud applause.
I may have revealed something in this poem that I haven't really been honest with everybody about. I don't think I'm ready to talk about it, but I hope my poem made some of it clear to everyone. But to those who do know the full truth, I'm doing okay. We're doing better. I'm glad to hear that, Natsuki. I'm proud of you for finding the strength to share it with all of us. Thanks, Yuri. Woohoo! Go, Natsuki! You rule! That was probably your best poem yet. I really like how you incorporated elements from your previous poem, too.
Wait a minute. She said I revealed something I haven't been honest with everybody about? Is it the only person who doesn't know about her problems, Sayori? Because she told Yuri, she told me, and she told Monica. It's only Sayori. Like, it really is like only Sayori that knows, that doesn't know. Well, Monica forgot. Did she? That is like, it's one of the things where it's like, we don't know fully what Monica forgot and what she didn't forget.
And about what you mentioned, it's hazy now, but
Here you go, we're getting her answer.
I'm glad to hear you're doing better now. Stuff like that takes time.
Okay, so she does slightly remember. So it is just Sayori.
If you'd ever like to talk about it, I'll always be here to lend an ear. Same goes for me as well. Hey, don't keep secrets from us.
Sayori, I'm sure she'll...
I can speak for myself, thank you very much. Just to be honest with you, Sayori, it is something that's very, very sensitive to me. Talking about it in my poem was hard enough. But I promise to live up to you about it, too. I just need time, okay? Oh, of course, Natsuki. I'll always respect that. Thanks, I appreciate that.
I don't think it needs to be said, but your improvement over the last few months is staggering. Like, I hope you realize that. Writing poems is hard, and even though your style is simple, you absolutely own it.
Well, I'm glad you noticed something that's been true this entire time. I'm kidding, of course. I'm glad you think I improved. I think I did too. Enough about me. You're up, bozo.
Nazi smacks Yuri on the back.
I don't think we're doing nominations for who goes next, are we? Actually, I think it's a great idea. Right. Well, I'm fairly confident in what I've got anyway. So always get nervous before these things.
Yuri gracefully walks up on stage. He gently taps one finger on the mic, making sure it's still on. She closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, then begins to read. Oh, God. The Raccoon Part 2? It has a sequel?
The scuttering of the raccoon returns once again.
I was like, what does that say?
His size has grown considerably since the first time we met. I've stopped giving in to his cries. His ever-elusive cries for more. They're loud, somber cries. The kind that almost makes you feel sorry for it. I said wakes. The night shimmers brightly, calling my name. The raccoon does the same, calling to me, begging for me to give him more. I give in. The raccoon becomes excited once again. I reluctantly brandish my blade, a routine I'm all too familiar with. I slice another piece of bread and give in to the raccoon. The raccoon frickin' what? Is that salivates or is that cetates? Whatever. It's torment with the momentary relief. The sheets are cold? Oh my god, I was doing so good. I don't know what that is. Is a sheet or is that, oh my lord, is that slice?
Cetates. It is sheets. Okay, I thought it was sheets and I wasn't sure.
The sheets are cold, but the bread invites. 1 slice, 2 slices, 3 slices, pause. A sniff pained with a wrinkled brow. There you go. A sniff pained with a wrinkled brow, a confused gaze, a second thought. He seems frightened. Even his breathing seems to slow to a haunting crawl. His eyes are fixed on the loaf of bread. The bread goes moldy. Every passing second, the bread, my once guilty snack, changes before my eyes. Wouldn't I hurt the raccoon by feeding him moldy bread? Time stops. In the distance, a pink light flickers, followed by blue, followed by green, followed by amber. My heart pounds, in sync with the flickered light. From silhouettes appear, growing, approaching. I quickly hide my knife. I hide the bread, but I am too late. The hands reach out. I duck in fear, my arms bound tight across my chest, hidden. Day breaks. The raccoon, my urge, scurries away, and 4 candles line my bedroom window. Pink, blue, green, amber.
Oh, that's cute. Yuri's eyes. Streets? Oh, was it streets? I thought it was sheets. Well, the sheets are cold too. That's why I didn't think it was sheets, because I was like, sheets doesn't make sense. She walks back down and returns to the group just as she went up, while applauding her performance.
Woo! That was amazing, Yuri!
Yuri attempts to whistle with her fingers again, and again fails spectacularly.
God, why do you keep trying that when you know you can't do it? I guess I'll go first. I thought your poem was fantastic, Yuri. If my memory serves me right, you came up to me asking for advice, right? Just last week? Yes, that's right. Did you really like it? I personally loved it. What did everyone else think? I thought it was great too. A sequel to your raccoon poem from a while back. Brilliant stuff. And the meaning behind the words is just as powerful as well. Thank you, Sayori.
Well, everyone's stealing all the nice things to say. But I don't think anybody's talked about how much I've started to appreciate your writing style. It's very different, at least compared to what I can do. To say that's you pretending to be smart or trying to seem better than everyone else is silly. So I'm glad you found your footing with your poems. You've inspired me to do better, and I really thank you for that.
Wow. I didn't think my writing would have such a profound effect on you.
I mean, hey, don't get used to it. This is just a special occasion, you know. Don't get the wrong idea. He says that, yet Natsuki has been talking like this for like the entirety of the mod since they've been friends. It's a special occasion. Like, Natsuki, you've lost your edge, admit it. It's gone now.
Of course.
As for me, I suck at trying to find good things to say. But, considering what the poem seems to be about, I'm glad you've also found the strength to talk about it.
That's thanks to you, of course. Having you as all my closest friends have pushed me way beyond anything I thought I was capable of. And joining the literature club was the best decision I've ever made. So thank you all for having me.
You're welcome, Yuri. And thank you for sticking with us, too. You're our first official member, after all, so I'm glad you decided to stay. Now, who do you nominate to go next?
I nominate Monica to go next.
Guess I was bound to go sometime.
Monica walks up on stage and clears her throat.
It's a little different from what I've written before, but hopefully it goes over well. Here we go. The extra piece. Lub dub, whoosh. It could have been me, sprinting through the sunlight, a warm smile, a soft tug guiding me out of the shadows. My hand checks for scars, and some remain. 901 of the 900-piece puzzle. It bounces as it hits the hardwood floor. It slides as friends applaud, crowded around my satisfaction. Ba-boom, ba-boom, whee! It had to have been me, grinning as I drew her close. A kind smile, a light push bringing her along. My hand checks for the rails and none remain. A new adventure, no control. Spinning round in merriment, we'll make do. I bounce as it comes to a stop. We slide as my friends hold on, and I let that piece go.
Very cute. Monica sighs a sigh of relief. They rushes onto stage and hugs Monica tightly.
That was amazing, Monica! I'm so proud of you.
Favoritism! There's innate favoritism going on right now? How come nobody else got hugs? What is this?
I didn't think it was all that good. I just tried to write whatever I was feeling, you know?
Isn't that the entire point of our poem writing?
Right, I guess that's true.
You seem a lot more relaxed. I don't think I've had the opportunity to tell you that. Your poem is very different from your last one, and I think that's for the better. Whatever it was that was bothering you, I'm glad to see that you're doing better.
Absolutely. You seem a lot like your old self, and there's nothing wrong with that. It took you a while, but better late than never.
Thanks, everyone. I'm still a work in progress, but I'm glad you're all sticking with me through this. And now, I nominate... Zero!
I knew Sarah was gonna be last. Ah, darn. I mean, I was kind of hoping I'd go last. My poem's a little, well, I guess I could just share it with you and you can see for yourself.
You got this. No need to be shy now.
You're right. Okay, here goes. Walk up on stage, feeling the pressure of having 4 people stare at me in anticipation. A bit different from back in a normal club room. Maybe it's the microphone. Either way, Sayori, I dedicate this poem to you. Take a deep breath and begin to read. What? I'm sorry. Density of matter. I wonder what goes on in other people's heads. How are they feeling? Happy? Scared? Full of dread? I want to know more. I want to know how your brain works. I want to know how you feel. Family, feather, fireflies, fireworks, flower, forgive. This warmth I feel. It's different. It's wonderful. Precious. The treasure I cherish. Reminding me of the complex nature of our own inner feelings. Reminding me of the beautiful tapestry of our own humanity. Each thread contributing to the grand design of life itself. And to you, I give you my thread. Oh my god, he put in the words! Why are they all F's? Why are they all F words? Oh, I fixed her in chat. I wonder if anyone's gonna see my poem as a love letter. Dedicates the poem to Sayori. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock! I think he just had to roll with it at that point. He didn't want to get exposed. Whew. Sarah rushes up on stage once again and wraps her arms around me.
That was beautiful. I loved it so much. Even a silly combination of words like you used to.
I'm sure I had my best. The funniest thing is, I was gonna make like a funny note about like, MC wouldn't know how to use some of these. MC wouldn't know how to use tapestry correctly. He doesn't know what a tapestry is. But I'm like, with how this MC talks, it makes sense. It fits this MC. So that's like the best thing I think you could do when you have to write a poem for your MC is that trying to keep their like words, trying to keep the way they talk. I think in the poem is like the most important thing. I think, you know. Because I think that's what makes it more genuine. Like that, I think that's what made that poem work extremely well, was that, yeah, it talked the same way how MC talked. I haven't really played many mods where they keep MC poems. To be fair, I haven't played many mods where they keep the poems at all. But that's, you know, understandable. Like, I almost don't think it's a requirement, obviously. Poems I always feel are always an extra thing. It's like, if you want to go the far and beyond and give little extra poems and stuff, that's fine. You can do that if you want to. But it's also like, I never think people have to do it, you know? Because I think even the side stories, we didn't really get new poems that much, did we? Like, we got a few. I think we got, like, one from Sayori. We got the little half poem where she says that she has depression. And we get, like, alluded poems, right? Like, I think the side stories don't actually really give them new poems, as far as I could remember. So, yeah, it's like, I can understand why poems are kind of rare nowadays in mods, and it's understandable. We don't really have poems in Vigilante all that much, because, you know... I think also because I think from what I've gathered, a lot of people are kind of tired of poems, I think. So it's also, like, fair enough, I guess. Also because, yeah, as Fumo mentioned in chat, poems are really hard to do, especially when you have to write poems for the other girls. It's way easier to write a poem for MC because you can give him whatever style you want. When you have to write poems for these 4 girls, you have to kind of keep it within the style of them, so it can kind of get hard to write them. So, yeah, it's like, I think that's why I think people aren't really, at least me personally, why I'm not hard on mods if they don't have poems or anything, because I'm like, I'm not expecting them. And if they do try to give a poem, even if the poem isn't quote-unquote good, I give credit for even just trying to make a poem for these characters. God forbid you make Natsuki make a poem with Shakespeare work. I think Natsuki might be like one of the easier things to do with them. Probably the easiest person to make a poem for. Glad you liked it. It was okay to everyone else that I shared a love poem.
I thought it was very sweet.
I agree. It's always nice to see you tap into your romantic side. That's not really something we'll get to see a whole lot of.
There's nothing wrong with sharing something like that with us. I think it's a nice way of showing you trust us to share it out in the first place. Well done.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. And, with that out of the way, there's only one person left.
Oh!
I'm a little shy now.
I like how they had, like, nothing really to say about his poem, but also it's like, because what else were they gonna say? It wasn't dedicated to them. I was like, what else are they gonna say? It's not like Yuri can talk about an analysis on his love poem to Sayori. She wasn't the audience.
I'm a little shy now. Not because it's like last time, rather the subject of my poem. I'm glad you mentioned it's okay to share these kinds of poems because I may have written one.
Did you write a love letter too?
Cute. It may be.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing this. She skips up on the stage and clears her throat. I'm going to drink water. Hold on. Alright, I'm ready now.
Ahem. Zero, this is for you.
It would have been crazy if she was like, Yuri, this one's for you. It's like, what?
My salvation. Every day was a struggle without you. I wish they would finally notice me. Every day was a struggle with you. I thought you'd be better off without me. I saw you be happy with them. I wished you would be happy with me. I saw you be kind to me. I wish you would be happy with them. Everything was so scary. The rain clouds were pouring down heavily. Pitter-patter on my window. Pitter-patter on my head. Pitter-patter in my thoughts. I was going to drown in the rain clouds. But then you brought me my umbrella. Its holes patched up. We still got a little wet on our way back. You stayed with me the whole way. When I was with you, happiness was no longer a stranger. You were the cinnamon on my bun, the frosting on my cupcake.
Okay, hold on. The what? I'm sorry. I'm too dirty-minded. I was like, the what? We have dirty mom. We're ruining the wholesomeness.
The frosting on my cupcake, the bow in my hair, near the skip in my step, the pen to my paper, the moon to my sun, the lighthouse to my ship. Sometimes I have little storms like a flat tire on a car journey. You're always ready with a spare, and we could drive away before the storm could fester, always making sure I make it back home. Even when I was selfish, you loved me, and I don't understand. And I don't know if the selfish are allowed to love the selfless. And I can't be sure that I won't hurt you. And I don't know if this is okay, and I'm not. I love you too.
It's okay, Sayori. MC's also kind of selfish. Sayori clenches her palm tightly. Do I have tears in my eyes? Ha, baby. I think I do. I quickly wipe them away as I applaud Sayori the loudest.
Well, what did you think?
It was beautiful, Sayori. I loved every single line.
It was wonderfully romantic and beautifully written. I think you made me blush. As expected, that was super freaking cute, Sayori. Definitely one of your strongest poems to date. Knowing everything you've been through together, hearing this feels very, very satisfying. All I can really say is I wish you two the absolute best. Thank you all so much! I've always struggled to express my feelings to other people, so I have to promise everyone that these are my true feelings. No mask or facade. No mask or facades to hide behind this time.
I'm proud of you, Sayori. From the bottom of my heart, I really am proud. Share another embrace with Sayori as we close off our poem presentations. Some time passes, we all discuss our poems a bit more in detail. 5 of us all let out a sigh.
Hey, Zero, could you help me move this table to the front of the room? I think it would be better this way.
Monica points towards the table with a tray of cookies on top. Well, sure, no problem. And the tray to Natsuki to avoid any cookies taking a plunge down to the cold hard floor. As I drive the desk towards the front of the room, I look up and notice a pretty wonderful sight in front of me. I knew there was going to be a CG. That's cute. Look at that. The girls are huddled around each other, laughing, smiling, and having a good time. Getting up with smiles, I watch Sayori happily eat a cookie and laugh along with her friends.
We can see all the little... Oh, there's no MC cookies on there! They ate them all! No! MC! He was eaten!
They ate all the MC cookies. Also, how am I not shocked that they're all like Fumo-esque fucking faces? I am not shocked at all. This entire mod is just actually a secret advertisement for. It's all just a part of Fumo's plan. It's to advertise Dan to finally make DDLC Fumos. Do it now. Yellow flowers represent MC. Oh, there he is. He's over there. I'm reminded of how far she's come since we first met. Not too long ago, it seemed like she used to hide her struggles behind a facade of cheerfulness. Back then, she would force herself to smile, even when I already knew she was hurting. Looking at her now, hearing her laughter and seeing her genuine smile she shares with her friends, I can see that she's starting to accept her emotions and who she is. Grown stronger, more resilient, and isn't afraid to lean on her friends for support anymore. She deserves all the happiness and love in the world, and it warms my heart to see her genuinely happy. As I join the group, her eyes light up. She gives me a warm smile, inviting me to be part of the fun.
You want a cookie, Zero?
Of course, I'll take the one that probably tastes best. You! 5 of us laugh together at my somewhat awkward flirting attempt. Oh, there was never an MC cookie made. Oh. That's sad. Sarah leans her head against my shoulder as she enjoys her cookie. I was about to say, it doesn't just end there, right? Yeah, no, I figured. That passed and the festival comes to an end. Sarah and I stayed behind a little late to help Monica clean up and are now on our way home. Well, that was a really good time. Had a lot more fun than I thought I would.
Did you think it wasn't going to be fun?
Well, no. I had fun, okay?
You're really just fun to tease.
Yeah, whatever. Did you have fun? Hey, what's wrong?
I don't know. It's like, I felt really happy today. But then my mind starts racing. Do I even deserve to be happy? And that snowballs in thoughts like us being together. I don't deserve someone like you. I'm too wishy-washy. I'm always going to be like this. Can't change or do anything to make it better.
I don't think that's true.
You don't?
I know it isn't because I know you can change. Hell, I've already seen it happen.
Huh?
You've opened up to me more. You've opened up to your friends. You're learning to give yourself a little more kindness, even just a little. That's so much progress, and I'm really proud of you for that.
I'm sorry for everything. Sorry for all this pain I've caused you.
Hey, it's okay. If we're both being honest here, we both have stuff to apologize for. I haven't been the best kind of friend, and the jury's still out on the kind of boyfriend I've been too.
You're doing fine so far.
I'm not perfect. But give yourself time. We're taking this slow, remember? I think you'll be able to achieve great things with yourself. No, I'm sure of it. I can see that you've been trying. That's what matters. You can depend on me too, you know?
But I can't ask that of you. You know I hate feeling like a burden. I still feel that way.
Hey, trust me. I feel the same way too. I feel like I'm always doing something wrong or saying the wrong thing. But I'm trying to get better at it. Trying to get better understanding you. That's what you call love, isn't it?
Love, huh?
I offer Sarah my hand and she slowly takes it. We walk closer to our usual spot and stop here for a moment, enjoying the weather. Crazy, I was just snowing a few days ago, huh?
Yeah, fall really is a beautiful season. Hey, Zero.
What's up?
Did you mean it?
Mean what?
What you said about love?
Yeah.
We still don't fully understand each other, do we?
I don't think so. But I think that's fine. Is it fine? I might actually begin to think it is. With everything that we've been through, these mental walls we put up for ourselves won't come down easily. Love doesn't fix that. But I think that if we take things day by day, trying our best to understand each other, I think things will be okay in the end. Well, I gotta get going. See you tomorrow.
But wait!
There he tugs at my blazer. What's up?
I never made up for my lame gift on Saturday.
Aw, there's no need to worry about that. That was a great gift. My stomach did too.
Well, I still feel like giving this to you.
Alright. Turn back around to face her. What is it?
I've been wanting to do this for a while, but now that I'm here, it's a little embarrassing.
Ah, I see. I don't see you at all, actually. There's no need to be shy, though. We're a couple now. Sari places both hands on mine and interlocks her fingers. Sayori?
I love you, Zero. Thank you for saving me that night. Thank you for always being there for me while I struggled with all of this. But please accept this.
A handhold? She didn't give me anything!
Wow.
Are they gonna kiss? Kiss, 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 kiss. Oh, wait, open your eyes. Oh, they're gonna. Yay! Yeah, baby! Woo! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
They kissed at the end?
What? You said it like that. They kissed at the end? What?
Oh my god. What?
I, for one,
No way.
am shocked. There it is. We have finished. Oh, song's playing. There we go. There we go. This was a good mod. Great mod. Fantastic mod. What song is playing right here? This is cute. It took a while to complete it, but we finally did it. Oh, here you go. Friends Forever, composed by NP Plus. But yeah, as I mentioned, obviously, the mod ain't perfect. I think this is obvious. And just like anything, nothing is like with anything, nothing's perfect. There's always going to be some issues. And, you know, I had some slight issues here and there, obviously, you know. I'm not going to act like I didn't. But however, ultimately, I do think this was a fantastic mod, though. You know, I still, at the end of the day, think it was a fantastic mod. I have some issues with how certain things are handled. I had some issues kind of with how the ending was. I felt like, I felt like it should have been, and it should have ended a little earlier, I felt, you know. The mod kind of dragged its feet at times. Sometimes I felt the dual plot of Monica's, like, reset alongside MC and Sayori's relationship didn't feel like it was a fair comparison. Almost like it didn't really feel like it was as interesting as the other, you know. Like Monica's felt like it was way more in depth and like way more interesting than Sayori and MC's relationship stuff. I felt like how to fix that probably could have been maybe they not have them both happen at the same time. Like maybe we could have focused a little bit more on the Monica stuff first and then start to get into the Sayori stuff a little bit later. Like, I don't know. Because I felt like having them both happen at the same time kind of made it hard to fully, you know, to fully, like, you know, love, you know, to fully be able to care about both of them the exact same level, you know, if there's any way to say that. I think I also mentioned this a little bit too, where I said, this was also, again, some of these were just slight nitpicks. I don't remember all of the slight ones. You can tell I don't remember them because some of them were, a lot of them were just kind of nitpicks that don't really matter at the end of the day too much. I think I mentioned how I was like, because Natsuki just happened. I was like, Natsuki lost her edge. Natsuki and Yuri's interactions, like I mentioned last episode, I kind of missed their interactions being more, you know, they feel too safe now. Special thanks to the homies. why is the homies up there? But yeah, it's like, you know, they felt too safe at times was my main thing with it. But yeah, overall though, it's a good mod. It's a great mod. It's a fantastic mod I'd recommend to a lot of people. Yeah, it's good. It's definitely, I think it suffers from a lot of the problems that any remake is probably going to have. I will read this once I am done talking. It suffers from the problem I think any remake or any sort of remaster of something is going to have, where there are some things people prefer in the original. Like I mentioned, the Monica retaining her awareness. I prefer that. However, you know, that's why original Salvation did. It's going to have those issues, and I think it's one of the reasons why, ultimately, I don't fully like remakes of mods specifically sometimes, because I will say this, I do know there's been a lot of talks about mods getting remade in the community. I think I heard people like clamoring for a Fruits of the Literature Club remake, and I've been kind of like, why? Like, I don't,
Yeah.
to me, I feel like remakes are one of those things where either, one, the original creator should always be involved if you're remaking anything. I feel like it should not be a remake. A remake should not happen for someone who didn't create it, obviously. But two, I feel like the remakes feel sometimes they feel unnecessary to a degree, because I feel like you should just make a new story at that point, right? Like, I feel like you should use that talent and motivation to create a new story, and to not, you know, sit there and rely on an old story that you try to make that better. It's like, make a new one, use that to make a new one, you know, and stuff like that. But obviously, though, I'm not trying to say that there should be no such thing as remakes of anything, you know, or like anything shouldn't get a remake. Obviously, you know, you can have things like this, like Salvation Remake, where it can still be good. However, though, I am still amongst the few who felt that the original Salvation still held up pretty well, so there does come the time where sometimes you sit there and you're like, what did this really do? But since but I don't know, sometimes you get a remake like this where it's a little similar to something like Final Fantasy VII Remake, where now you have two flavors of the same thing, right? Because it's like, this does some things that are better than the original Salvation, you know? Like, there isn't a weird ass car crash. Realistic car crash CG, you know?
Right. That is what that did happen before.
Yeah,
That's right.
there isn't that scene. Or, for example, it's funny because I feel like this had a better ending. Because I felt like original Salvation was weird because they said they forgave Monica, only for the next scene to have them not forgive her and then do it again. Like, for them to be like, actually, Monica, we forgive you. And I'm like, what? What is happening? So, like, this I feel has a better ending, despite me enjoying the decision the original one had better. You know, not the gun, but, you know, without the gun being involved. But, like, despite me enjoying the aware Monica more in the original Salvation, you know? But yeah, like I said, I have a lot of thoughts on this mod that I feel like I'm not even 100% sure I'd be able to go through and remember every single thing I said. I feel like I would have to try to write down like a list of a notepad of anything I can remember, because there's a few things, like I said, that that I liked that I didn't like, you know, there was the drinking scene thing, there was I don't know. MC's development, I felt like he didn't really have any, you know. Uh, but overall, a lot of that doesn't fully matter. I think a lot of my problems with this mod is just kind of like little tiny paper cuts. It's just a lot of paper cuts. But I still think this is a fantastic mod. Very good mod. At some point, I'm probably gonna have to rank it on the tier list, but we'll get to that when we get to that. It's not gonna be anything low, I can tell you that much. For anyone who's gonna be like, oh, if anything, actually, it might be funny. I think it actually might be on the same. Is it gonna be on the same tier as Original Salvation? Because I guess because I don't really like to bring up rankings on tier lists in the videos of the mods, because I don't want it to seem like I'm playing these just to rank them. But I just remembered that I think Original Salvation is an A tier, and I think that's where I was also planning on putting this. Are they just gonna be next to each other? Hold on, I have to see. Yeah, Salvation I did put in A tier. I think that looks like A tier. It's not letting me zoom in on the image. My thing is broken. Here we go. Yeah, so Original Salvation is an A tier. That's where I was planning on putting this. That's kind of funny. They can just sit there. Like I said, they're two flavors of the same thing, ultimately, at the end of the day. And I think that's what makes it good. But anyway, let's read this, shall we? Thanks again. Well, never thought I'd be writing one of these again. So much has changed since 2018, and I can't help but wonder just how many of you read the last note I wrote 5 years ago. This mod, I mean, where can I begin? Years of my life went into this mod, and I'll say it again. Whether you liked it or hate it, I guarantee you many hours went into making this mod. Try to put in my best. I expressed myself through these characters and really grew to love them. Even as I sit here writing this, I really can't fathom letting this project go. But you're here now. You made it to the end. So it means I eventually did. And all I really have to say left is thanks. Made this mod for me and only me. And if you all got even just a little bit out of this, in the same way I did, I'm happy. I won't keep you here for very long because the story isn't quite finished just yet. They're optional though. If you want to do them, you don't have to. And I won't say goodbye to the DLC community this time either. I'll just say something less sad. See you later, and thanks again for playing a little passion project. Sincerely, 12 Giz Guy 6. Yeah, because I think I try to push that message, I think, a lot to people who create mods and everything, is that, yeah, make it for yourself at the end of the day. You know, as long as you're proud of your project, you know, like, make these things for what you want to do. And this goes for a lot of things, honestly, you know, like fan fiction, any sort of thing, make it for yourself. If you enjoy what you made, if you look at what you made and you are satisfied with it, then, you know, then sit there and be happy. I'm not saying ignore all forms of criticism, of course, obviously. You know, you can still listen and hear criticism. However, if you don't agree, you are also allowed to not agree with said criticism. Let me clarify. Just because it is does not mean you have to say, yeah, they're probably right. Sometimes you're allowed to disagree. You're allowed to think, that's not really how I feel. And there you go. You know, the whole thing is weed out what criticism you feel you want to actually take into account and ones that you feel you don't have to. You know, at the end of the day, it is your project. Make it for yourself. You're not making money off of it. You have a lot of side stories. You're not making money off it. You're paying for this thing with your passion. So, you know, do what you want. But anyway, yeah. We're officially at the end of Salvation Remake. It took us a long time to get here. Good mod. Good mod. In terms of the side stories, because I know somebody's gonna ask. I don't know. I might go back to them at some point in the future, but I do know that people have been wanting me to play a lot of other DDLC stuff, and I have been curious about a lot of the other things that have been being made in the community. So I do want to, you know, start playing some other stuff as well, since this did take a while. A lot of stuff happened while me trying to play this is the main problem. This should not have taken as long as it did, you know. A lot of shit had to come up alongside me working on other things, me working on the channel, to actually, you know, make sure that I could continue this channel and everything. So, yeah, a lot of stuff happened, so I am sorry for how long this took, but, you know, it is also a decently long mod as well. But I don't regret playing it, though. Not at all. I do not have it. I have zero regrets playing this. This was very enjoyable.
I can't believe I can't believe I was here for the end of Salvation, guys.
Oh my god, Monica was here. It was a very enjoyable
I'm
mod,
saying-
and I'm probably going to recommend it to a lot of people still. This is going to be on that list of things I like to recommend people. But, yeah. That is essentially it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Since I don't know when I'll be playing the side stories, if you want to download this mod for yourself and play them, the link will be in the description down below. This has been Zero. Peace.